Mallorca 2, Real Madrid 1. Manu Morlanes breaks the deadlock at 41 minutes. Militao pulls it back at 88. And then, Vedat Muriqi twists the knife in stoppage time at 90+1. A gut punch at Son Moi. And now, hours later, the Bernabeu lights up for Bayern München in the Champions League quarter-final. Welcome to Ruido Blanco. I'm Rafa.
And I'm Maria. The La Liga title race may be slipping away, but tonight is Europe. Tonight is everything. And we have got a full breakdown of what the fans are saying and what the data is predicting. Let's get into it. It is match day, Tio, and the Madridista faithful are locked in. Not on La Liga, not on the weekend, but entirely, completely, obsessively on Bayern München tonight.
The vibe in the comments right now is something I haven't processed in a while. It's not panic. It's not depression like after Mallorca. It's this focused, almost cold energy. Like the fan base has made a decision and they're sticking to it.
And that decision, based on everything fans are saying today, is basically La Liga is gone, it's bought and paid for, forget it, Champions League or bust. One fan literally wrote, and I'm translating this directly, focus on the champions because La Liga is already bought and fixed. I don't understand why Spanish justice doesn't do anything. That sentiment is everywhere right now.
And look, we've been covering this refereeing discourse all week, yesterday, the day before. But what's different today is it's not even anger anymore. It's dismissal. Fans aren't demanding justice from La Liga. They're just walking away from it mentally and pointing at the Champions League as the only thing that matters.
Another fan put it perfectly. La Liga is won by VAR. He's the most important player. And honestly, the bitterness in that is real. After Mallorca, after the way that match ended with Muriqi at 90+1, a lot of Madridistas have psychologically checked out of the title race.
Which, and I know this is a spicy take, might actually be the right mentality going into a Champions League quarter-final against Bayern. You don't want to carry that La Liga weight into the Bernabeu tonight. If the fan base has emotionally redirected toward Europe, maybe the players need to do the same.
That's not spicy, that's just correct. The emotional bandwidth of a squad matters. And speaking of emotional bandwidth, can we talk about the Mbappé situation? Because the fans are not letting this one go.
Oh, madre mia, the Mbappé discourse has reached a level I genuinely wasn't prepared for. One fan wrote, and this is a direct translation, "If Mbappé plays, it's better not to watch the match." Another one said, "You have to boo Mbappé. This guy has no greatness, he's laughing at Madrid." These are not fringe opinions today.
And then there's the one that is genuinely the most brutal summary I've seen. Without Mbappé, you win Champions Leagues. With Mbappé, you win absolutely nothing. That is the state of fan opinion on Kylian Mbappé on the day of a Champions League quarter-final. Let that sink in.
We covered yesterday how fans were debating whether he should even start, but today it's escalated. Some people are actively calling for the crowd to turn on him if he does start. And I have to be honest, that makes me uncomfortable. Booing your own player before a Champions League quarter-final? That's not going to help anyone.
I hear you, but I also understand where the frustration is coming from. We've tracked his form across multiple matches now. The Mallorca performance was genuinely poor. He was peripheral for long stretches, and fans remember that. We talked about his decisive month narrative just days ago, and then Son Moi happened.
The thing is, whatever Arbeloa decides tonight, whether Mbappé starts, comes off the bench, whatever, the squad he has available is what it is. And one fan made a point that actually stuck with me, defending Arbeloa specifically. They wrote something like, "Arbeloa is doing a lot. Right now we don't have Real Madrid-level defenders, or a goalkeeper, or a creative midfielder, or a right winger. It's not his fault, it's not about attitude, it's about quality. We have to support him."
Which is a surprisingly measured take, given how heated the general sentiment has been. And look at the lineup from Mallorca: Camavinga, Moran, Arda Güler, Carreras, Huijsen starting. These are not the 11 you'd draw up if you had a fully loaded squad. Arbeloa is working with what he has.
Another fan on the Arbeloa topic said something really interesting, that whoever starts tonight needs to be mentally committed to running and fighting and defending for the team, and that if that doesn't happen, what happened at Mallorca will happen again. It's a tactical and mental point at the same time.
And the stats from Mallorca backed that up brutally. 15 interceptions for Mallorca, 3 for Madrid. 3. That's not a tactical problem. That's a pressing and intensity problem. Fans can feel that even without looking at the numbers.
Venga, let's shift to something that's actually been a bright spot in the comments today. Vinicius, because after weeks of external noise, fans are rallying around him hard right now.
Yes, and it's interesting because the tone on Vinicius today is specifically about how he's handling the media. One fan wrote, "Journalists always trying to poison things, trying to destabilize the club, trying to turn players against managers with their questions. But big up Vinicius for how he responded. There's real appreciation for how he's conducting himself."
Another one just said, "Big Vinny, haters, stay quiet." Simple, direct, and it captures the mood perfectly. And someone else, and this one got a lot of traction, just wrote, "Vinicius Jr. Ballon d'Oro, damn it." The passion behind that is real.
What I find fascinating is the contrast. Mbappé is being roasted from every angle, and Vinicius, who we've spent weeks discussing in the context of the Brazil fanbase drama and the racism discourse and all of that, is now the player the Madridistas are wrapping their arms around going into tonight's match. The emotional shift is significant.
He came on at 59 minutes against Mallorca and was one of the more dangerous players on the pitch. Fans noticed. And heading into Bayern, if Vinicius is the one carrying the attacking threat, with Militao also coming on late and grabbing that 88th minute goal before the heartbreak, there's real belief that he can be the difference maker tonight.
By the way, can we just acknowledge for a second, Militao scores at 88 minutes and then Muriqi hits it in stoppage time to win it for Mallorca. That sequence is genuinely one of the most painful things to process, and fans have processed it by just pivoting entirely to Europe, which, honestly, healthy response.
The general mood in the comments today is what one fan called El Rey de los Descensos, directed at something. I'll let the listeners interpret who that's aimed at. And there's this undercurrent of, we've seen it all, nothing surprises us, let's just go win in Europe. It's a battle-hardened energy.
Bayern tonight. Quarterfinal. Bernabeu. Whatever happens in La Liga, whatever the referee discourse, whatever the Mbappé debate, it all comes down to 90 minutes tonight. And the fans, despite everything, are going to be there.
Hala Madrid, Tio. That's all there is to say. We'll have everything. Every reaction, every hot take, every post-match meltdown or celebration, tomorrow morning, right here on Ruido Blanco.
Tomorrow's episode is going to be one for the archives one way or another. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you at 7. Hala Madrid.
Okay, the fans have spoken, and honestly, the two things they keep coming back to are Vinicius as the hope and Mbappé as the question mark. Maria, you've been buried in the numbers all day. Do the stats actually back up what the fans are feeling, or is this all just emotion talking?
Rafa, I need to start with something that should genuinely concern every Madrid fan looking at this data. In their last 2 high-stakes matches, Real Madrid have not scored a single open-play goal from a structured team move. Every goal, every single one, came from a penalty, a corner header, or a 90th minute scramble.
Okay, but goals are goals, no? A penalty still counts. A corner header still counts. Why does the method matter if the ball goes in?
It matters because Bayern Munich will take that method away from you. Against Atletico, Madrid's open play expected goals was just 0.502, while Atletico generated 1.317 from open play. Against Manchester City, even with a man advantage for large stretches, Madrid's open play expected goals sat at 1.597, while City, with 10 men, generated 2.09. The open play threat is not there, Rafa.
Dios mío. So we're basically relying on dead balls and chaos to score? Against Bayern, their defensive structure is basically a military operation.
Exactly, and the set-piece dependency is confirmed by the numbers too. Madrid generated 2.311 expected goals from set pieces against Atletico and 1.156 against City. That's where the real danger lives for this team right now. Bayern press with structure and transition at elite speed, and they will position defensively, specifically to avoid giving away fouls in dangerous areas.
So what about Vinicius? Because whenever I get nervous, someone just says, Vinicius will do something, and somehow that fixes everything.
Vinicius is genuinely elite. 11 goals from 12.3 expected goals in 29 La Liga games, meaning he is not overperforming, he is just that dangerous. He also has 5.3 expected assists from just 50 key passes, which makes him Madrid's true creative engine. The problem is, Bayern know this better than anyone, and their left flank is historically their most defensively organized side.
So they'll just park someone on him all night? Can they actually stop him?
They'll funnel him inside and deny him the 1-versus-1 situations on the touchline where he is lethal. And when Vinicius is neutralized, the data shows Madrid have no reliable second option. Arda Güler is consistently their most creative passer in the final third. 4 key passes against Mallorca, 2 against Atletico, 2 against City. But if Bayern press him high and early, that route closes immediately.
What about Mbappé? 23 goals. People keep telling me 23 goals. Surely Bayern can't ignore him.
Here's the uncomfortable truth about Mbappé's numbers. He has taken 117 shots in 25 La Liga games, 4.7 per game. But his expected goals is 22.5 against 23 actual goals, meaning he is essentially converting volume rather than creating genuine value above expectation. Bayern can actually afford to let him shoot from distance.
That feels wrong to say out loud, but I cannot argue with it. He shoots constantly and the goals follow, but it's not surgical, is it?
And as a creator, it's worse. 4 assists from 6.6 expected assists means he is significantly underperforming his creative opportunities. Now compare that to Bellingham. 3 assists from just 2.6 expected assists in 20 games, meaning he is overperforming as a creator by nearly half a contribution per action. He produces impact in ways the positions don't even predict.
Are you about to tell me Arbeloa should drop Mbappé? Because if you say that, I need a moment to process.
The data is screaming it. Bellingham produces 1 goal contribution every 191 minutes versus Mbappé's every 80, but Mbappé's 117 shots inflate that number enormously. Against Bayern's high defensive line, Bellingham's late runs from deep are structurally more dangerous than Mbappé's static wide positioning, and Bayern's scouts will have prepared far less specifically for that movement.
This is the most stressful pre-match analysis I've ever processed. So what's the bold call? Give it to me straight.
Here it is. Bayern will suffocate Madrid's open play build-up, assign a dedicated shadow to Vinicius, and press Güler into silence. Madrid will not score a single goal from a structured open play move. If Arbeloa starts Mbappé in his usual wide role, Bayern's right back has a quiet night, and this match ends 1-0 Bayern or goalless. The only scenario where Madrid score is a moment of individual brilliance from Vinicius, a set piece, or Arbeloa making the bold call and unleashing Bellingham centrally to create second-phase danger Bayern cannot pre-organize against.
So there you have it. The fans are writing for Vinicius and the data says they're right too. He is the one player who can break this open in a way no spreadsheet can fully predict. The fans are skeptical of Mbappé and the numbers back that up too, painfully. And both the terraces and the statistics are pointing at the same conclusion. Tonight has to be about individual magic, set-piece precision, and Arbeloa making the call that no one expects. 90 minutes, the Bernabeu, Bayern München. We will have every reaction, every number, every moment broken down for you tomorrow morning. Don't miss it.
The data has set the table. Now it's up to the players to eat. Hala Madrid, and we'll see you tomorrow.